All right, number 14, we've got Census Bureau. Gives us the mean time to work is 24.8 and standard deviation is 5.5. We're going to complete parts A through C. Want to know what's the minimum percentage of commuters in Portland to commute within 3 standard deviations of the mean. So with this one, we were not told it was bell-shaped, so we don't know that we can use the empirical rule, but we can, however, use Chebyshev's theorem. So with Chebyshev's theorem, it says 1 minus 1 over k squared, where k is the number of standard deviations. We wanted to do 3. So if I do 1 minus 1 over 3 squared, that will give me 1 minus 1 over 9. All right, and then I can just solve this. That will give me my percentage. I believe it was 88.9, 88.89. We want to round to 1 decimal place based on the rule. So we're going to do 1 minus 1 divided by 9, and then times 100, convert it to a percentage, that gives you 88.9 roughly. Okay, so Chebyshev's theorem gives us 88.9 minimum percentage. Part B, what's the minimum percentage of commuters commute within 2.5 standard deviations of the mean? And what are those commute times? What commute times within? Okay, so we'll do the same thing, Chebyshev's. I'm going to do second enter. I'm just going to recall what I last did, and I'm going to type over this. I'm going to do 2.5, but I'm going to square it. So instead of doing that math, I'm going to let the calculator do it. I'm going to get 0.84, so 84%. The commute times within 2.5 standard deviation are between. So what we're going to be doing is, if we were doing a bell curve, mean in the middle, 24.8, and then I would add and subtract. So since I'm doing 2.5, I would just do 24.8 plus 2.5 times the standard deviation, which is 5.5. And I would do that same thing over here to find that endpoint. 24.8 minus 2.5 times the 5.5 standard deviation. So 24.8 minus the 2.5 times 5.5 gives us 1105. And then if I do second enter and just type over the minus with the plus, I get 38.55. So 1105 and 38.55. And then part C, what is the minimum percentage who commute between 13.8 and 35.8? So we need to find out how many standard deviations that is from the mean. It looks like 2. So if I was to subtract 5.5. And then do it again. Gives me 13.8, so I went to 13.8. And then if I were to add 2 to get to that bigger number, and then add it again, get 2 standard deviations on the right side. 35.8. So Chebyshev theorem, 1 minus 1 over 2 squared is 1 minus a fourth, which is 75%.